A lot of my videos blew up on TikTok today when I was talking about the chilling adventures of Sabrina and certain characters in the comments. Long story short, as y'all know, the pictures are graphic. I forgot to edit some of the bodies out, and they do show pretty much everything. So what I'm going to do is, as I post on TikTok from now on, I'm going to re-upload some of my videos onto my YouTube channel so you guys can get them loud, live, and live in color and unfiltered. Like, comment, subscribe, and here are the videos that I got taken down today in their full entirety. No part. How about we get on Madam Satan, cause she's bringing the heat. Let's start off with it. There are two witches in the forest of Greendale, right? One is named Beth, the other is named Veronica, right? And they have a fucking coven led by High Priestess Miss Grundy. Cause they're feuding with Greendale witches. So, you know, it's like high school rivalry. These two are trying to get back at the Greendale witches, and they try to summon a succubus, but they summon something much worse. They summon a witch from the capital of hell, Gehenna. And honey, these two witches, they know they messed up. Betty and Veronica, they're like, we're not telling nobody, not even Archiekins. Honey, we're keeping this to ourselves. To death do us part. Now, Madam Satan she's taking a bath under the blood moon because she is back and she hasn't been alive in like years. But she really can't remember anything, and the only thing she really remembers is a man named Edward and a woman named Diana. So at this point, Madam Satan's like, I need a face because I cannot be walking through this modern world, even though this is based in the 60s, with this face. So now she's looking for a new face, and she comes across some teenagers who are at a camp, and she says to this one girl, honey, can we do a little FaceTime? And snatches the bitch face and sews it onto her own self like... So now she got to get out the woods. So now she's hitchhiking. And she's like, hi, can I have a ride? And he's like, sure, get on in here. And it's like, we all know somebody who looked like him or seen somebody like, boy, he looked like he just eats a can of stale Pringles. He thinks it's just a woman that's in distress and needs help and, you know, trying to prey on her. But little does he know he's dealing with the queen of hell. So Madam Satan starts playing with him back, and she asks him, do you always pick up girls? Have you done this before? Are you always nice and helping people out? And he's like, only when I can. And then she says to him, no. I mean, after you've picked them up, what are you secretly fantasizing about right now? What are you planning to do off the next turnoff? And he's like, is this bitch reading my mind? Then Madam Satan summons all the dead souls of this trucker's victims that he raped and did all other types of shit to. And she pretty much eats him up. Gobble me, swallow me, drip down the side of me. And just look at him like he looked like the type of nigga that smoked Virginia Slim. And then she takes the truck, you know, and drives herself into town, or whichever the way the witch wind blows. And it's blowing her towards Greendale. So she parks the truck and she's walking through the Greendale woods. And she comes across a tree that has a face in it. And guess who the face is? Edward fucking Spellman. Edward Spellman. And she has a flashback of her life before she committed, you know. And it's with Edward. And that angers her. So she goes all Adele and sets fire to the rain. Edward, honey, chop your lumber. Goodbye. And after setting Edward on fire in that tree, she uses the ash to find people related to Edward. So after she burnt up Edward Spellman, who was entombed in a tree, and may I remind you, the only way a witch of Edward, who is like a high priestess, can be entombed in a tree, they have to be some powerful witches. She blows his ash in the wind as like a locator spell, and she takes flight. She arrives at a clinic, and guess who's in that clinic? Diana Spellman, because Diana Spellman went crazy after Edward put a spell on her to drive her mind into dark madness after Zelda and Hilda took Sabrina from her. Yes, Zelda and Hilda are 10 times darker in this iteration. So of course, Madam Satan goes in there. She casts a spell on the nurse at the front desk and tells her she is Diana's sister. And this is where we begin to learn Madam Satan's life before she herself. And she begins to tell Diana her story. So pretty much her and Edward were madly in love. Two witches, you know, it didn't go against witch law. And they were just living life. So one day he takes her on a date to the zoo. And he tells her he has something seriously to tell her. And this bastard tells her he's met someone. What do you mean you met someone? She's like, who the fuck you met? Because when did this transpire? And he tells her name is Diana Sawyer. And see, when Madam Satan was alive the first time, her name was Iola. And when he tells her she's not part of the Coven, she's just a mortal, she flips it because, you know, it's like witches then mortal. And he's doing that basic, like, I'm sorry, it's me, not you bullshit. It's definitely you. And her heart was completely broken. So what Iola, aka Madam Satan, does is she transports herself into a lion's den. She throws herself into the den and the lions eat her because she's like, this is the only way I'm gonna get eaten tonight since he's leaving even before mortal. She wakes up in the pits of Gehenna, the capital of hell, where people who, you know, themselves end up. And she is just being tortured. Look at her hanging there like a slack of rib. So then, after she's done telling her story, she's looking at Diana. She's like, I pretty much know that manipulative bastard who Edward is, and he probably put a curse on you to make you stay in here forever. So, Madam Satan bestows a gift onto Diana of clarity, giving her clarity to know that everything that happened to her, she is not crazy. It actually did happen, and her points are valid, but everybody around her to never believe her, and she'll be trapped in that mental institution forever. So, a clear mind is Diana's curse now. So now as she's leaving, the nurse says, oh, it was a pleasure to have you visiting Diana. Please tell her daughter I said. She's like, her daughter should be a teenager by now. Sabrina the teenager. And Madam Satan's like, a daughter? What? You wouldn't happen to know where they're living, would? And the nurse tells her the town of Greendale. And now Madam Satan has her eyes on Sabrina.